Okay, we're gonna today finish off our MacCaig poems. Now gonna walk you through the I'm now gonna walk you through the final MacCaig poem in terms of your Scot text, which is gonna be Hotel Room, 12th floor. Okay, it's kind of a simple poem. Shouldn't take too long to break down. Okay, so just take some notes and yes, just like normal. Okay, so obviously Hotel Room, 12th floor. That's the title. All right, so it begins this morning. I watched from here. Okay, obvious question. If it says from here and the title is hotel room, okay, so what does it mean? Where is the speaker? Obviously, it means speaker is in a hotel room. So there's your first note. Okay, the setting of the poem is a hotel room. And what is he doing? He's saying, I watched from here. So it means he's looking out of his hotel room window. Okay, not too complicated, right? It's not too complicated. Okay, so what is it that he's looking at? I watched from here a helicopter skirting like a damaged insect, the Empire State Building. The Empire State Building. Okay, so he is looking out at the city of New York, okay, which is where the Empire State Building is. So the poem basically follows the speaker describing what he sees when he looks out his hotel room window at the city of New York. Um, and he's up high, 12th floor, not that high for American standards, but he's up quite high, about 120 feet, something like that. And so you can see he has sort of like a bird's eye view. He's got like a big picture view of the city, and um, he can see a lot, yeah, from where he is, from his room. He can see a lot. Okay, so what he sees to begin with, a helicopter skirting like a damaged insect. So he sees a helicopter flying around in the city, he calls it like a damaged insect. He makes a lot of descriptions here, okay, about the city. In terms of your exam, okay, your like 8 mark or 10 mark, depending on if you're doing that for higher. A lot of these descriptions aren't really that important. Okay, they're not really. The core of the poem is like here. Okay, this is the core of the poem. I'll get to in a minute. A lot of these descriptions are not really that important. Okay, but I'll go through them quickly. I'll go through them quickly with you just in case you get asked about them. Excuse me. Okay, so helicopter skirting like a damaged insect. Okay, it means the helicopter is flying around, past the buildings and so on, past the Empire State Building, like a damaged insect, meaning the way it's flying, it's like it's not flying perfectly, it's flying like it looks like it's gonna fall or crash or something like that. And what this does, okay, is in the beginning of the text, the beginning of the poem, it already sets out the idea that in the city things are broken. Basically, that's the idea. Things are broken, or things are um there's the idea of things being broken on one hand, and then on the other hand, there's the idea of danger, like the helicopter. If it's like a broken insect, it could crash, yeah, hurt someone. So you have the idea that the city is like damaged in some way, and then the idea that there's danger around in the city too. That's the basic idea, okay? So it goes on to say, jumbo size dentist drill. That's a description of what the building looks like. Why a dentist drill? Maybe because people don't like the dentist. I don't know why it's just what it looks like. Yeah. Um. Yeah. If you want to know, maybe what could you talk about in terms of that? Um. I don't know. It's what it looks like. Yes. Where it's describing jumbo-sized dentist drill. Pain usually is associated with going to the dentist. Again, the idea that there's pain in the city. You can think of your own kind of understandings, but basic idea is that there's pain here. Like when you go to the dentist and he drills your teeth, it hurts a lot. Yeah, hurts a lot. There's also fear. People are afraid of going to the dentist. And there's also danger. Okay. Not necessarily here with this dentist drill, but the danger, like I said, with the helicopter that could crash. Okay. Excuse me. Landing on the roof of the Pan Am skyscraper is just the name of a skyscraper. Okay, whatever. All right, but now midnight has come in from foreign places. Okay, so again, midnight, the idea of darkness, and darkness obviously is associated with danger, evil, crime, etc. Has come in from foreign places, has come in from uh, places which are far away, which we didn't see before when it was daytime. When it was daytime. Okay, its uncivilized darkness is shot at by a million lit windows. Okay, so the idea of being shot, uncivilized darkness. Again, basically the idea that the city has a lot of danger, crime, darkness going on inside of it. And also now we're getting a hint at the idea of violence. Okay, violence in the city. Okay, the million lit windows, obviously that's just all the buildings with the lights on. Okay, all ups and crosses. Wow. Alright. But midnight is not so easily defeated. Okay, and this is going to be something which ties to the key theme in the text, okay, which is the idea of violence or crime, just like in Brooklyn Cop. And the fact that he's saying midnight is not so easy to defeat. Midnight in this poem means crime or violence or danger, any of those. Okay, midnight. Um, so what he's saying is that you can't, it's hard to defeat these things from the speaker's perspective. It's hard for the city or to defeat these things, just like Brooklyn Cop with the tissue idea that the crime is everywhere and he has to every day face it. Same idea in here, okay? So if you're gonna write about Brooklyn Cop, it's a good idea to write about this poem as well in your 10 mark or 8 mark. They're a good pair. Okay, I lie in bed between a radio and a television set, so you can tell this poem was written, you know, quite a while ago. People don't have radios in the room anymore. Anyway, and hear the wildest of war whoops continually, ululating. That's just a fancy way of saying police, sirens, ambulance sirens. That noise it makes, that noise it makes, the noise they make when they put their sirens on. Through the glittering canyons and gulches. Okay, just means through the city. Through the city. Okay. What is a gulch? What is a gulch? Deep valley. Okay, yeah. Just basically another way of saying because he's up high, it's like the city streets in between all the buildings, yeah? Like that. Okay. And they're glittering because people have their lights on. Or there's lights around. You know, it's New York, it's a bright place. Okay. Anyway, police cars and ambulances racing. So here, this part here is where you can get nearly all of your quotes from, if not all of your quotes. Okay. So police cars and ambulances racing. Obviously, it means there's a lot of danger, crime, people getting hurt. And so police cars are running around trying to catch the criminals, ambulances trying to help the people that are being hurt. Broken bones, obviously, idea of violence, harsh screaming, same. Cold water flats. Cold water flats. I actually don't know what a cold water flat is, if I'm being honest. An apartment that has no running hot water. Okay, yeah. So it's the basically it's the hood, yeah. It's the it's the ghetto, yeah. So basically people, police cars going around um in like the poorer parts of the city, yeah, like that. That's the idea. Blood glazed on the sidewalks. So obviously people being shot, yeah. That's it. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Okay, the frontier is never somewhere else. So the frontier, what that means is the edge. Okay, the edge, the outer limits of what you could say like civilization or something like that. The outer limits where outside of this is danger, something like that. So I'm saying the frontier is never somewhere else, means that the frontier is in the city itself, means the whole thing, even though you just mentioned the ghetto a minute ago, it means like the whole thing has danger, crime, violence, etc. inside of it. New York itself is a dangerous place. That's what he's saying. The frontier is not out there. Frontier again means the edge, outside of which is all the dangers and dangerous things. Like back in the day, you'd have a city. Around it, you would have a wall. Outside of that wall would be the frontier. That makes sense? The unexplored place, something like that. So it's not somewhere else. It means it's inside the city. It's dangerous, something like that. Okay, and no stockades. Stockades is a fancy way of saying fences, walls, like excuse me. Now, back in the day, you would have fences that are like sharp, pointy kind of thing. You'd put them outside a castle or put them outside of a village, that kind of thing. It's to keep people out. Okay, something like that. Yeah, stockades are like this. This is a stockade. I guess. Yeah, at the edge to keep danger away, something like that. Okay, no stockade can keep the midnight out. Again, midnight, like I said before, refers to crime, danger, etc. Violence. So what he's saying is that there are no walls that are tall enough, that are strong enough, which can keep crime and violence out of the city. That's what he's saying. So he's basically saying there's nothing you can do. Crime is here. Crime is in New York. Violence is in New York. Danger is in New York, and nothing can be done to get rid of it. That's what he's saying, basically. Okay, so that's a poem. That's a poem. Pretty simple. Okay, now quickly, just what's the theme? Key themes, obviously danger or violence or crime or fear as well. Those would be four kind of key themes. You can pick the one that you think fits best. It doesn't really matter. Okay, now in terms of quotes, I would recommend to you that you pick most of them from here. So there's one. Okay, there's two. There's three. There's four. So if you're doing that five, that's enough for you. If you're doing higher, you need two more. Um, okay. You can do this one. That'd be five. It's up to you. You can even pick from the other ones that I gave you, like this one or this one. It's up to you. It's up to you. Or even this one. That'd be a good quote too. Okay, so yeah, so basically the poem again, like I just said, the poem is about uh danger in New York, just like Brooklyn Cop. And he's just basically talking about you can't get rid of it, can't get rid of the violence, etc. It's there to stay, pretty much. That's the poem, basically. Okay, so there's your summary. And again, just keep in mind you can learn for free. Okay, and I only mention this here because I know you guys got exams and stuff coming up. You can learn for free here. Prepared to pass. I can't spell it. Prepared to pass dot online. It's no catch. All right. It's not a sales pitch. You can learn for free from here. Okay, learn entire, higher, or not five. If you want to apply to, if you want to apply to learn from me or with me, you can go here, schoolforgenius.com. Both links will be below. But bear in mind, if you want to learn from me, you need to apply. Yeah, I only take like serious students, and I have enough students already to where I'm alright. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, if you have any questions, put them below. That's all the MacCaig stuff. So all the MacCaig poems are now on the channel. So hopefully they help you out. All right. We'll stop there. Take care.